Welcome to CME TV News. President Robert Mugabe must step down. Today in Cape Town, South Africa, we hear the perspective and opinions of the President of the RP, Brian Mubvumbi, and other Zimbabweans about the current situation in their country, and this is what they have to say.
Currently, we are seeing now a situation whereby the whole people of Zimbabwe have stand up to say Mugabe must go. We are being backed by our national army, which is being led by General Constantine Chiwenga. So we are here in solidarity with our army as people from all various political parties. And we want Mugabe to go as soon as yesterday. And our message is that if Mugabe is not going, we are not going to stop that revolution. It's a revolution that has just started. We are not going to leave a single stone unturned until Robert Mugabe and his political party falls off for our democracy.
And I'm sure this is a combined feeling. You all feel that way. It's not just a few people. The entire country of Zimbabwe feels that way, yeah?
Yes, it's the entire country, because apparently all of us are victims.
Yeah.
Yes, we have lots of people that are currently trapped in Zimbabwe without even resources to go and have access medication anyway, because the health sector has collapsed. There are no jobs, you understand? So the whole nation is actually on the edge. So everyone is a victim, and we are now all standing up to say enough is enough. We are also not happy with the position which SADC is taking. We are saying, SADC is saying you must reinstate Mugabe, because SADC is not us. They don't feel our pain. Yes. They don't know what it feels to have children with degrees but still loitering in the streets of Harare. Yes. We think in our nature that SADC is perhaps a mafia gang. Because they protect dictators, because they themselves are dictators too. We would want to usher a new dispensation of politics in Africa. Yes. Anyone who thinks Mugabe is a saint, he must go down with Mugabe. Yes. If perhaps African Union, if they think Mugabe is a saint, they must fall with him. Yes. If SADC thinks Mugabe is a saint, they must fall with him. Yes. We have had enough. We want total freedom from Zimbabwe to Tunisia, from South Africa to Tunisia, from Cape to Cairo. I've got a message to Constantine General Chiwenga. I want to assure him, from me, the person of Brian Mubvumbi, the president of Democracy Restoration Party, DRP. We are saying, comrade, we salute you. If Mugabe is not going, we are going to be behind General Chiwenga until democracy is exercised in Zimbabwe.
But we still want democracy.
We still want democracy.
We want democracy.
We want democracy.
Thank you so much. Well, there you have it. The people of Zimbabwe are standing together to get Robert Mugabe to step down. There are unity behind me, as you can see. Thank you so much. Okay, hi. So with me, I have these 5 gorgeous ladies. Oh, you guys 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have these 5 gorgeous ladies with me, and I'm sure everybody's wondering, Zimbabwe. So right now, ladies, I just want to ask you, what is your opinion on what is actually going on in Zimbabwe? Please educate us that's not from Zim.
Okay, first and foremost, we are very excited that the old man is finally going. At least for now, we can start utilizing our degrees. Imagine we have 3 degrees and we are earning 6,000 in South Africa, and everywhere we go, we are like treated like we are, forgive my language, but everywhere we go, they ask us for our work permits, or for our work thing. I know we have to have those permits, but we are tired. Our fathers lived with those dome pass, and now we have to live with this permit thing and so we are happy that we can now finally go home if Mugabe is gone.
Yes? So now, with that being said, do you think the new person put in place will actually make a difference and bring Zimbabwe where it needs to be?
I think it's hard because whoever's put in place now has got the whole economic problem and everything else to deal with. But I think just right now, as Zimbabweans, we're just so excited that there's change. We've been praying for change. We've needed change for 37 years, and we're just all standing together. Like, it doesn't matter what political party we're from, black, white, mixed race, men, women, children, we're just standing together as one country, and we just want change. We need change. And everyone here, they just want to go home. They're all here because they were chased out of their country. There's no jobs. Yeah, people are just excited. They just want to go home and they just want change.
So with me right now, I have Gemma. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. So I just want to know currently what's happening in Zimbabwe. Like, how do you feel about it as a Zimbabwean citizen?
I think all we can do is pray that whatever happens, that the right thing happens for the people and that people are safe, and God has a plan. And I think we're all waiting on Him and we trusting in Him. That's about as far as we can go.
And I'm sure after this whole long wait, there's going to be revival and people will be happy again, yeah?
I mean, I've just come from the march and I've never seen dancing and singing and joy and hope.
So people are really, really happy that it's about time, hey, that Robert Mugabe steps down.
People are dancing. I think you guys are going to see it, and it's incredible. Zimbabweans are full of that life.
And they're all uniting and coming together for this one purpose.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Gemma. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day. And how do you even feel about a woman, and more so his wife, having the chance to take over?
Okay, basically, a woman taking over is not a big issue.
Okay.
Okay, we are equal. But the thing is now we cannot say Grace Mugabe takes over. I mean, ruling the country of Zimbabwe. He's not even qualified to do that. No, if you look at his speeches, there's nothing that she says that makes sense.
True.
Nothing makes sense at all. And actually, she's a humiliation to our country. Yeah, just look at what she did. I mean, about a few months ago, came here. I mean,
and she beat up that girl.
You see what? And what's that? For the first lady, honestly, for the first lady, no, that doesn't work like that.
I have Madeleine and Emmanuel. They are Zimbabwean citizens, and today I would just like to know what is your opinion on what is actually currently taking place in Zimbabwe.
I'm thinking this is a right move, really, because we've been suffering for the past 3 decades, I think. Considering that our president is very, very old, I think our country has reached a point where we were like, hallelujah.
It's about time.
Yes, it's about time that he leaves the office and give the position to other people who have the right minds and the right energy to run the country.
That's good, that's good. Also, another question that I'm so curious about, how do you guys even feel about the notion of Grace Mugabe having the potential to take over the country? Can I ask you, Emmanuel?
Yeah, I feel that's something that's not acceptable, you wouldn't expect her to take leadership from her husband, because after all, Zimbabwe is not a dynasty. It's not their own enterprise in which they pass on the directorship to the next person. Zimbabwe is, in its own right, is a republic. It's a country that has got its own sovereignty, and I think the people of Zimbabwe have got the power and the audacity and everything that it takes for them to go to the polls and actually elect the person who they think is liable to take office and not pass on the baton to his wife. I think that's kind of unacceptable. We can't accept such kind of behavior.
Another question I have, so now you've been trying to get him off his leadership position for many, many years, and I feel like this is the closest you've come to actually getting off his power position. Do you think, like, this time around you'll actually succeed?
Definitely. I'm actually planning on having some braai later on today, celebrating the last day of Mugabe in office, because this is quite the biggest move that we've ever had. In the past we've had some few things that we've done before, but they were not as really vivid as how the people have really summed up themselves and become one people and really say, look guys, we've been in under his leadership for 37 good years. Some people were born and died and they didn't even come to see some other president taking over. You see, and I think just in those years that Mugabe has been in office, some countries have gone to like 5 presidents in just that tenure, you see. So I feel now is the time that the old man should pack his bags and
step down. Step down.
Go to the farm and rest.
Rest, really.
Thank you so much, Madeleine and Emmanuel. Sure. And I'm sure that there will be change, definitely. Next to me, I have Marvin. Thank you so much for giving me those 2 minutes to just speak to you.
Thank you.
So I just want to know, currently what's going on in Zimbabwe? Can you just give me your opinion?
My opinion is the people are tired of suffering. And for so long, the president had the backing of the army. And people could not do anything. But recently the army has given in and they've allowed the people to demonstrate and to be free and to express their feelings. And in Zimbabwe it's unbelievable right now. It's unbelievable. People are free to say and do what they want. Yes.
So is it safe to say that after fighting for so many years that there's actually light at the end of the tunnel and you guys actually have the opportunity to take Robert Mugabe from his leadership position?
There's more than light, there's a sunshine at the end of the tunnel.
Rainbow.
A whole rainbow.
Thank you so much. Me right now, I have Austin. Austin, thank you so much for joining me.
We're excited. Thank you.
So now I just have a question for you. How do you feel about this whole thing that's happening currently in Zimbabwe?
I think we're very excited. I think we've been in slavery for over 37 years. I left Zimbabwe 25 years ago. I've been in exile for 25 years and we're very excited and looking forward to going back home.
And after 37 years, it's about time that the president gives over his power, yes?
I'm 40 years old. When I was 3 years, that's when he came into power. Look at me now. I've got a daughter going to university next year and he's still in power. No, enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Thank you so much, Austin.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so next to me, I have Professor Alton. And he's so eager to give me his opinion on what's currently going on in Zimbabwe. So whenever you're ready, let me know.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're ready? Talk to me.
All right, I think, if change, we need change. But we need change not importing.
Okay.
Because at the moment, I think we are importing. By porting, I think we are changing the numbers. You know the porting, SIM porting and so forth. So we are changing, service provider, but retaining the same number. Exactly. So if anything, we need change, holistic change. Meaning to say we are not porting, we are not changing just the network, keeping the same number, but we are changing the number in the network, meaning to say we're looking for something that is new, something that is fresh, so that we could go back home maybe.
And you've gotten to a point where you're saying enough is enough, eh?
Well, that's a state of being for every Zimbabwean. If anything, I'll be honest with you, if anything, the state of being is not only enough is enough, but that's the way you are. If death, we've died, inside. And back in the days, we used to say, cry the beloved country. But which country are we crying for anymore? You understand? And if you would ask for most of these guys, who are we, who are you, you might not get the same answer.
Thank you so much, Alton. Thank you so much.